Toshma, we safer. Again, so we have a shiur. If a person takes, wants to make a bracha, and he says, Boi Priya Gofen, he's going to say Boi Priya Gofen, and then he realizes it's really Arak. That's what I said, Arak. And then, so it's a Shahakal, and you're not Yoitze. So then he has to switch it to Shahakal. So he says Baruch Atah Hashem, and he switches it to Shahakal. So we said, is he Yoitze? Because at the end of the bracha, he corrected it. But at the beginning of the bracha, meaning when he said the Shem Hashem, he had the wrong kavanah. That's the shiur. So Toshma, the Sefer. So we quoted yesterday a brisa that spoke about switching around. You get mixed up between Shacharis and the Birkas Yotzei Or in the morning with night. But Klal Shel Davar, HaKol HaChachar Chisim. So now this is apparently superfluous statement. We didn't have to say this. So what's it coming to include that we didn't know? So we have to find a case. My love, this is perfect. It's coming to include the case of Boi Priya Gofen, which is really Shakal. To which the Gemara rejects and says, Lo Lasuyi, a different case. Nama Utmari. You could have another case where you're eating bread and Tamarim are dates. Now we're going to see, I'm just tell you one thing about dates. You need to make a Boi Priya 8, obviously. But, actually this is talking about Bracha Achrayna. You make al Perseha. But now dates are very filling fruits. Okay? So, what's the story? So the Gemara says, hey, Rami, you know, Dochel Nama, because of Dochel Tamari, you know, Dochel Nama, because of the Tamari. You know, he ate bread. Now, for some reason, I don't know how exactly, but I guess maybe he just forgot what time he ate already, but he thought that he ate dates. Thought that bread was dates. Ochol pasuk hadai to the tamari. So then he went and he began to make a bracha to say ala eitz a perseha hadai to the tamari v'siyim binama. And then he said, in the end, he said birkas hamazon. He caught himself. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Hana ben. That's exactly what we're talking about. The same idea. What's the difference? So he started with al ha'etz, and he switched over to birkas hamazon. Lo tzricha ki going to ochel tamari. He ate dates. So the nama, and he thought it was bread. Ochel pasuk b'nama, and then he began to make a birkas hamazon. Now birkas hamazon, this is the assumption now, is technically will also pater you from eating dates. It's a chiddush. What's that? So we say, yeah, you know what? Since birkas hamazon is on svia, is on a meal, and dates are a meal. You can eat dates, a very good meal, because dates are very filling. So therefore, we say also similar over here. We'll say that you could be yaitza with it. So you can ochel tamari kasanama, ochel pasuk b'nama, receive tamari. In that case, you are yaitza. Just like that's like the shahakol. You're yaitza b'di'evid. The feel siyim b'nama, because even if you would say birkas hamazon on dates, you would be yaitza. So just coming to tell me this point here that my timer. This is the punchline. It's a tomorrow. I mean, Mason Zionist. So there's no real additional chiddush. Just the chiddush is I wouldn't necessarily known that. I wouldn't have known the dates are so filling that it's the equivalent of bread that you can actually say bench on a date. That's a big chiddush. So that's what's telling me. But there's no proof to our topic, and it remains a question. What you do in that case with Iraq, and we go on. Now, right, if you notice, right, we say the bracha gal Yisrael in the morning, say at night, but the difference is in the morning we say the bracha, we say the nusach of emes v'yatziv, and in the evening we say the nusach of emes v'emuneh, and the different nuschayos are slightly different. We'll see, about one is about more about the Nisim that were, and we'll see in a second the difference, and one is about even the Nisim of the future. So again, the bottom line is, if you mix up Marav with Shachris or Shachris with the Marav, you're not yoyt to that bracha emes v'yat. You can't. It's not like b'diev. Well, it's very similar. I said Gal Yisrael. No, you must say why. Why is that? Because lo yotzei, because it's a special din in pasuk. It says lahagid ba'boiker chazdecha. In the morning we say chazdecha. We praise Hashem that we yitzias Mitzrayim. That we went out of Mitzrayim and Hashem saved us. But in the evening we say v'emunascha b'leilos. We mentioned Yitzias Mitzrayim, but we praise Hashem also on the future, on the Armuna in the future. We'll see the second a little more. This is Rashi. See, Rashi explains, Emes v'yatziv is on the chesed that Hashem did. The Chesed Mitzrayim, in the Kriyas Yamsuf. Whereas Emes v'emunah also speaks about other things. It speaks about L'golenu miyad melochim, miyad aritzim, L'advichena al b'amas ivenu, all the future nisim of Mashiach that we're going to see soon. So, Al Kapanim, they're not Yaitze. Zokti Gemara Vaita. Amar Rab B'china, another halacha. Saba Mishmei the Rab. How do you? Now we're going to talk about how does one bow in Shemona Esrei. So when you're Kareya B'Baruch, you bow down when you begin Baruch. Again, it's talking about Magen Avram or any place where you have to bow, or in Moedim, or in Ovis, the beginning, right? All these places you bow down. So Kareya B'Baruch, because you're Zoikev, and when you're Zoikev B'Shem, by the Shem Hashem. So what does that mean? Why? Hashem Zoikev Kfufim. The reason why we make sure to be standing up when we say Hashem Hashem, now it's a shot in the poskim if it's right before you say the Hashem Hashem, you're ready upright, or as you're saying the Hashem, you're going upright. But the idea is we have to remember Hashem Zoikev Kfufim. Shem is the one that gives us, so therefore we bend up there. Who is my name? Lowering itself. You should lower yourself before my name. Mixi bishmi, mipnei shmi. So in nichas. So. Sorry, what's the question? You should be machnia yourself. Oh, no, sorry, that's the answer. I'm sorry. Why are you picking yourself up? By the Shem Hashem, that's where you're supposed to be machnia. So the more answer is miksiv bishmi, bifnei shemi. You should, before you say the Shem Hashem, you should lower yourself. When you say the Baruch Atah, and already by the Shem Hashem, you should be picking yourself up. It's not a stira. Amar lei Shmuel l'chiyah barav baruyin. Ta ve'em l'cha milsa. Tell us please something from your father, Abchia Barabba. To Rav. It's Shmuel says this to Chia Barav. Tell us something from Rav. Amar Avuch, something your father said. He said, Kishu Kairei Kareya B'Baruch. Kishu Zoyke, I'll give b'Shem. This is what he said. Zoyke b'Shem. Another prat here about how a person. Another prat about how a person bows. Kikara kichizra. That when a person bows, he goes like a stick. He goes on quickly. He zrizes. He goes like this. Like he bends a stick. Zokif. And when he stands up, zokif kichizya, like a snake. It's like he slowly, like a snake kind of bends slowly, picking up the head first, and then slowly bringing up the back. Because he does it not to leave Hashem slowly, to leave the Hachna slowly. Zoktim avaita merav b'chinas ha-mishmei derav kol ha-shana kula adam mispala k'la kodesh. Menach oiv tzedakah mishpat. Chutz, here we're talking about the nusach you say during a Seres Metshuva. Chutz says Yomim, Shebein, Rosh Hashanah v'Yom Kippurim. That we say Mispal HaMelech HaKadosh v'HaMelech HaMishpat v'Lazon Afilo HaKel HaKadosh Yotzer. Now, Rabbi says it's true, but you're also Yotzer with Kel HaKadosh. It's not that you're not Yotzer, never right, because it's not a stira. HaKel HaKadosh is not a stira to the Mishpat. Why? How do I know? Because it says in the Pasuk, Hashem Tzvok is Mishpat. Hashem is in Mishpat. V'Akel, and yet, even in Mishpat, he's still called HaKel HaKadosh Niktab Nitztaka. It must be Hashem Tzvok is Mishpat. When is he? When are these? When is the time when Hashem is Yigba b'Mishpat? Yom Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. And he says, Hakel Kodesh. So you see, it's not a stira. What's the halach l'maisa? What do we do? I have Rabbi Yosef Hakel Kodesh, and we stuck on Mishpat. So Rabbi Yosef says, you say Hakel Kodesh, u'melach stuck on Mishpat. You say regular. And Rabbi says, no. Like I said, we said, during Aseret B'Tshuva, you have to say HaMelech HaKodesh. And you don't say, you say HaMelech HaMishpat. And the Hilchos Rabbi, as we all know, that's what we do. So, Dr. Mavaita Amuna, P'china Brachos Sabbath. Shmei the Rabbi. Important rule to know, Ben Adam Chaver Online. Kol she'efshar lo levakesh racham Chaver enu vakesh nikra choyte. It means to say, a person has an obligation to daven for his friend. His friend, whatever it is, he needs rachamim. Chas v'shalom, he's sick, or he's a shver matzev. So we have an obligation. A person has an obligation. It's an interesting obligation. Like, why do you have to do it? But that's an obligation, a responsibility. If it's your friend, now here it says your friend, doesn't say maybe strangers, if you don't know, Yishladu maybe it's because your friend you know, I don't know, but we see that if the person is obligated to daven. How do we know? The Navi here also says, or I think it's, or I don't know if this is a Shaul speaking or the Navi, but whoever it is, he says that chas v'shalom, that I'm going to be choyte and hold back for davening for you. To hold back from davening for a person is a chet. So if a person has the ability to daven, he's davening, that's a chet. Now there's another halacha. Im Talmud Chacham, if this person, this friend, is a Talmud Chacham, now the Brachos v'tzorach rachamim, so then tzorach sheyichla atzmo olav. Then it says, not only do you have to daven, but you have to make yourself sick. I'll see what that means. You have to make himself. It's not enough just a regular daven. That's a different level. My time. Let's see the raya. It says that David HaMelech says to them, "What? No one's making them sick. I need rachamim. I'm in trouble, and nobody's sick davening for me. What's with you?" So that's not a raya. That's because he's the melech. The melech shiny. Let me hocha. There's another raya from David HaMelech when he says himself. I think about other people. He says, "Vani b'chaloisam." So when you, me, David HaMelech says, I the king. When you are sick, I'm levushi sak. I'm also. He says more. It says I'm fasting. Aniyesi b'tzoyim nafshi. So I'm making myself suffer. So in other words, it seems to be from this pasuk. In other words, a person has to be so disturbed to daven that he has to be willing to make himself suffer, even to be ma'oyer, tshuva, and rachamim. It means he fasts and he davens. That's if the person is a Talmud Chacham. Who's a Talmud Chacham? I think he's speaking about his Rebbeim, the Achi Teufel, or Talmud Chachamim. So you have to even go more. Okay, we're going to go fast because we have to finish the Amud here. If a person doesn't have hair and he's misbayish and he's very embarrassed, the halacha is he's kapara. He's mochel on all his averis. I don't know if that means all of his averis without avera or something maybe even all his averis. How do I know? Because you remembered and you were embarrassed, you won't have any piston peh so don't see that. Maybe that's everybody. That's a tzibur shani. Shmuel, this is the story of Shmuel, of Shaul, where he uses, maybe somewhat inappropriately, but he brings up Shmuel from the dead to ask him a question. And he says, well, Shmuel says, what are you bothering me? What are you bothering me? You have to bring me up from Olam HaEmes. What can I do? I'm stuck. Hashem saw me alive. I don't know what to do. I called you, asked what to do. Now, he didn't want to mention the fact that, well, why don't you, come on, just go ask the Urim V'Tumim. Like, what do you need me? Don't you know there's the Urim V'Tumim? So he didn't want to mention that because the Katal in Noiv Irkon, he was embarrassed. Because why is there no Urim V'Tumim? Because he killed the Kohanim. He killed Ir Noiv Kohanim. And so therefore, because of that, even that little busha that he was embarrassed about mentioning it, that, was part of it, it's kind of nichlan the techacha that Shaul gave. That Shmuel gave Shaul. How do we know that was considered mechila? Pasuk says, now you're going to get killed by the Plishtim in the war, but you'll be with me in Gan Eden. What's imi mechitzasi in Gan Eden? Here also he got to chacha on what he did with the Givonim, a similar story. And Baskal came and said, B'chir Hashem, he's the chosen of Hashem. So you see his affairs of mochel from the embarrassment. They wanted to add, when we say Kriyashma, also say Parshas Bolek. Why didn't they? The whole Parshas Bolek. Against the Tircha, we don't want to do that. So what do they want? What was so special about Bolek? No, because you have to Tzias Mitzrayim. We'll use that for the Tzias Mitzrayim. Lema Parshas Ribbis. There's plenty of Parshas in Ribbis that speaks about Mitzrayim. She'll taste this Chamer to time Parshas Mishkol. She'll taste this Tzias Mitzrayim. El Omer Rabbi Yossi Ba'avim Mishum Nichsim Be'akra Kora Shochav. The Jewish people, they lie over like a lion. They're ready to attack, to fight. So therefore, so that's similar to the concept of Shach B'chov Kumecha. Hashem protects us, just like a lion is protected. No one's going to, even when he lies down, he's not afraid of anybody. The lion. So too, when we lie down, Hashem protects us. So we want to say it also. So just say that one pasuk. Fine, that's what you want. So fine, that's not tircha. Too low. So he says, we have a rule. We don't break up parshias which are not broken up in the Torah. There's no break in this parsha. It has to be said as one parsha. So Parshas Tzitzis, why do they choose Parshas Tzitzis? Why do we say, right? We say Parshas Vayidaber Tzitzis in Kriyashma. Why? Because there's 5 things in it. 5 things, very important. Mitzvahs Tzitzis, obviously, right? Tzias Mitzrayim, which is what we want there. 3, all mitzvahs. Also, we say all mitzvahs. We'll see what that is in a minute. Das minim, we talk about also the minim. Here, Huri Aveira, Huri Avorizar, Vishlama Hanitlas, Befalshan, all mitzvahs, Dichsiv, Uri Isamaisai. You should see the tzitzis, remember all the mitzvahs. Uschaltem is called mitzvahs Hashem. Tzitzis, Dichsiv, Vasulachem tzitzis. Yitzias Mitzrayim, Shor, Tzesi Eschem Eretz Mitzrayim. Das minim, here Aveira, Avorizar. Where do you see this minim? I don't say anything about minim in Avorizar. Tanya. You should listen suru after your hearts. That's meanest, to listen to something which is twisting the Torah. That's called meanest. That's looking with your eyes to do aveira. That's what Shimon says. He went after his eyes to marry the Plishti. And the pasuk says that's what pulls you there. That's here avodah zara. That's a term. Vayiznu is to be turned towards avodah zara. Okay, we'll stop at the Mishnah.